Hi, my name is Kerry from White Tiger Qigong, and I'm going to be showing you some massage techniques to help to relieve headaches. One of the issues with headaches is that the pain can originate from different parts of the neck and the head. So you might be getting the headache from tension within the front of the neck or the back of the neck, or it might be coming from the temples or the eyes. So I'm going to be showing you some massage and exercises that can help relieve pain and muscle tension that could be causing those headaches. These exercises can be done sitting down or standing. For this sitting practice, bring yourself to a nice seated position and let's just have a few stretches through the body. So breathing in as you sweep the arms up and breathing out as you bring that energy down the front of the body. Starting to notice your breath as we start to slow that breath down. Let's do one more, breathing it in and out, and also this helps to bring some movement into the shoulders. Bringing both your hands down onto your lower dantian, which is just below the navel. And here we're going to do some clearing breaths. So this means breathing in through your nose and gently breathing out through the mouth, as if you were blowing through a straw. Aiming to get the out breath a little bit longer than the in breath. So just slowing down that breathing out through the straw. And then just returning your breath to normal, just bringing your attention down into the belly. Noticing your feet on the ground, feeling the seat beneath you, and just bringing yourself to this moment and into this exercise. Sometimes it helps to bring the attention away from the head and down into the body and down into the breath. And then we're going to do some exercise just to move the body and loosen up the back and the neck. So taking a breath in, we're opening the chest, and as you breathe out, round in the back. Breathing in, lifting the chest to the sky. Breathing out, round in the back. Breathing in, chest to the sky, and out, round in the back. Let's have one more, breathing in and out. And taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, just tilting the head to the side. So we're not trying to force the neck here, we're just trying to loosen up the muscles within the neck. So breathe into the center and breathing out, releasing to the side. Try to relax the shoulders here as well. No forcing, just gently letting the head tilt side to side. Think about those muscles in the neck, relaxing and releasing. Moving gently, moving softly. And as you come back to the center, imagine that you're lifting your head off the neck, so you get this sense of lifting up, and then we're going to go into a gentle head roll. Again, just take care, just move in a way that feels good for you and your neck. We don't want to go into any pain, and you want to move slowly and gently within a range that feels good for you. So it should feel good. You might feel a little bit tight muscles, but that's what we're hoping that we can loosen off a little bit. So we do 3 round one way, and when your head comes to the front, you change direction. Gently the last one, bringing it back to the center. And take a breath here. Just before we move on, always good to take a breath. We're going to move on to crane neck. So on the next inhalation, you're going to lift up the chin as if you're scooping a ball up behind the chin and pull the neck back. Don't be afraid to get a double chin here. So scooping forward, rounding up, pulling that chin in so the spine is nice and tall. Now you can just do this with your head, or you can bring the whole spine into the movement. So sit with your feet wide so that the chest and the body can move down as you sweep down. So just take this as big or as small as feels good. Just focusing on that chin coming forward and scooping back. This is a great way to move the spine and move the neck and get some blood flow going up the spine and neck. Also helps to move the spinal fluid. So here we are, just showing you the neck version, where you just scoop. It's good to visualize you putting a ball and holding a ball under the chin as you pull the neck back. A really great exercise for loosening up the spine. And then take a breath to finish. We're going to move on to some tapping. So using 2 fingers to tap onto the cheekbones, and then move in between the eyebrows, and then you can tap along the eyebrows as well onto the temples. Then make a cup shape with the hand and cup the top of the head. So you can do this as hard or as light as you can tolerate. And then the back of the head underneath that occipital ridge. Sometimes you get a lot of headaches or pain in that area. And also we're going to work to release the chest and neck area. A lot of the tension can start in this area, and it's accessible. It's a lot easier to tap and reach the chest than it is the upper back. So we're just helping to loosen up this area. I'm going to tap down the arms on top of the arms, and then back underneath, under the armpit, down the side of the body. Again, this helps with the blood flow, with the circulation. It helps with the lymphatic system. So again, a little bit of lymphatic movement by moving everything around in the arms and in the chest. Then you're going to take the outsides of your hands, so your little finger, and you're going to tap the hands together. And you can do this for as long as you want to. It feels quite nice just tapping the hands. And again, this is hitting some acupressure points that can help get the energy flowing. And then we're going to move on to another acupressure point, the Hagu point, which is located between the first finger and the thumb. And if you press in there, sometimes it can feel a little bit painful. So starting on the left hand, you're going to massage in. And again, just go as heavy or as light as you want to, or alternate the pressure between light and heavy. Visualize a light coming into that spot and releasing off any tension, and do some breathing if it feels a little bit tender. So again, just focusing, keeping very mindful on what you're doing, pressing in, breathing, and think about it releasing and letting go of any of that tension. And you can do that for as long as it feels good, perhaps a minute on each hand. And we're going to work some vibration massage onto the temple and the scalp, so we can hold a lot of tension within the scalp area. So start at the temple and start to massage up the side of the head. Now here we're not just scratching the hair or the scalp, we're really taking hold of the scalp with the fingertips and vibrating it back and two. So you work from the temple up to the center of the head, and then you can start to work on the neck, so working up the neck into the occipital ridge. That's the bone underneath the head, that ledge bone that you feel. And then you can just start to work on different parts of the head. So if you feel that you have pain in the temples, then spend more time around that. And you can see I'm grabbing hold of the scalp and really massaging into the scalp. And then if you have more pain underneath the occipital ridge, you can press these points on either side of the spine, gallbladder 20. These can really help to bring a relaxing and balancing effect to the system. And you might feel that that's quite painful. So if you have more pain here, perhaps spend a little bit more time here. Or if you have more pain at the temples, spend more time there. And from those points, you can start to massage around them as well, working underneath the ridge, underneath the skull. And then getting your peace fingers, you're going to take one in front and one behind the ear. This is a great self-massage technique to loosen up those muscles around the scalp and around the neck. It's also a really good technique if you have any hearing problems or tinnitus. It can help to loosen up that whole area around the ears, connecting the face, the neck and the ears. And then we're looking at the muscle that helps to turn the neck. Is quite prominent on me here. So this can also bring a lot of tension up into the back of the head. It connects down to the clavicle. So just massaging around that point, you might find some tender points behind the muscle. So as long as you're not pressing on the windpipe at the front of the neck and you're grabbing a hold of that muscle, you can see how much I'm grabbing a hold of it here on the side of the neck. This really helps me if I feel like I'm getting the headache into the back of the head. Loosening off this muscle can really help to release that tension. And you can see it brings up some nice redness as well, which means we're getting blood flow to that area. And you can work along the clavicle, so the collarbone here. You can start to press along the top of the collarbone, and if you have any areas that feel a little bit tender, you can gently massage those. All of this helps to release off the muscles going up into the neck, which go up into the head and create headaches and tension. So you can go underneath the clavicle and release off any muscles and tendons there. Then we're going to do some rubbing into the neck. So bringing heat and movement into the neck can help with that circulation, help with the blood flow to the area. So bringing heat into the muscles of the neck, gently rubbing, and then working underneath that ridge, all the way from underneath the back of the ear into the occipital ridge. And the hands can get a little bit stiff from all that massage, so don't forget to shake them out. And we're going to work a little bit of pressure, myofascial release of the head. So here we're just pressing into the temples and breathing as we move that scalp around. This feels really nice. Just moving the head. So this is the myofascial release technique. By holding the muscle on the side of the temples and opening the mouth, it can really help to release tight muscles that you might be holding in the jaw. And this can really help to bring a lot of relief if you're getting temple pain. And then the same thing with just underneath the cheekbone, in between the cheekbone and the jaw. Just gently holding a little bit of pressure as you open the mouth, and that can help to release jaw pain. Back with a little bit of vibration. So it should all start to feel a lot looser now. So bringing in a little bit of tapping again onto the sides of the head, over the top of the head. Again, this stimulates blood flow, circulation. It feels quite rejuvenating and refreshing. Now bring in a little bit of acupressure
onto the eyes, so bladder 2 meridian, which is at the beginning of the eyebrows. You might find a little dip there. Massage gently in circles at this point. And the next acupressure point, which is midway in the eyebrow, and again there should be a little dip in the eyebrow. You might feel a little bit tender if there's tension there, and then onto the temples, so using 2 fingers on the temple to massage that area, and take that again up into the head. So if you're feeling that headache more on the front, you can concentrate on these points, and if you're feeling it more in the back of the neck, you can focus a little bit more into those areas. Then we're going to take the 2 thumbs into the temples and draw the fingers across the forehead. This is a very relaxing and comforting movement. So work this with the breath. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, sweep the fingers across the forehead. And then you can take that down the neck, stroking very gently down the neck, helping with lymphatic drainage. It also strokes down the vagus nerve as well. So stroking down, bringing that vagus nerve from the ears all the way down, breathing as you do so. So taking in some gentle deep breaths. The stroking movement is very calming, as is this cupping of the head. So you're cupping the forehead and cupping the back of your head and gently breathing. So holding the head, stroking down the front of the body has very calming, soothing effects on the body. And then last one, stroking down, bringing your energy back down into the belly, back down into the lower dantian. And again, closing the eyes, focusing it inward, and taking some gentle breaths.
And there you go, a gentle seated massage for headaches and releasing off that muscle tension that may have created the headache. I hope you found that useful. Thank you.